Hi, superheroes. I'm Pink Phoenix, coming to you from Purdue University College of Veterinary Medicine's League of Vetahumanz. Welcome to Season 2 of Vetahumanz Live. Today, our special guest is Vetahuman in Training Iron Vet. This is a really special episode for me because I first met Iron Vet when he was in high school. He joined Purdue's first Vet Up Champions cohort. So you can imagine how just excited I was when I saw that not only is he a veterinary student at Mississippi State, but he had also joined the League of Vetahumans. For those of you who are new to the league started at Purdue University, and we train role models all over the country to partner with community organizations and support under-resourced children on their journey to becoming veterinarians. We currently have teams at 27 U.S. veterinary colleges, and we also have teams at practices and other organizations. And we're supported by NIH, NIGMS Science and Education Partnership Awards. So let's get to business. Thanks for being on the show, Iron Vet. To get started, can you tell us your story?
Okay, yes, definitely. So again, everyone, Iron Vet or Christopher Buie from Mississippi. First, dibble and dabble in this field of veterinary medicine starting at 16. I always knew I wanted to be a vet at an early age, but I just remember going to my local veterinarian in the city that I live in and just saying, can I volunteer here? And I left my resume. And I remember on my way to school, I got a call and saying, hey, forget volunteering. We're going to hire you as a kennel technician. We're very impressed by your resume at this young age. I had been to many veterinary camps and things of that nature. And then that was the start of the journey where I had experience again with veterinary camps, working in small animal medicine, large animal medicine, emergency medicine. I've done research at Purdue University through another program where I met wonderful veterinarians. I've done research at Boston Medical Center, so intertwining, the One Health initiative, public health with human medicine and veterinary medicine. Now I'm here at veterinary school. So that's my journey in the nutshell.
Excellent. You are totally awesome. So, what year are you?
I just started my second year at Mississippi State University.
That's excellent. So first, how did you pick your superhero name?
Well, so Iron Man is my favorite superhero outside of veterinary medicine. And so, he went through tough trials and he's intelligent. And hopefully one day I'll be able to get back like he did with his wealth. And so that's why I was like, just mix the two together.
That's excellent. I love it. So when was the moment that you decided you had to be a veterinarian, that was your career path?
So early on, every time someone reads my personal statement, I start off saying that when I was a younger kid, you know how everyone wants to be a teacher, police officer, a doctor, lawyer. That was the same story for myself. And then I found the field of veterinary medicine where I love animals, where science, I'm still becoming a doctor. And, especially if you become a general practitioner, you can be a lot of different specialties all in one. And so I was like, this is the field for me, where I like a lot of things. I come from a business-minded background with my family. I could do that. I could be an entrepreneur. I could be a doctor, like I said. I can do a lot of things in this field. Like I tell people all the time, if you get the DVM, the career opportunities are endless. So I just chose this field and stuck with it all the way.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah. So how old were you when you had the realization?
It was like 8 years old. So.
8 years old. Wow, that's incredible. So what did you think veterinary college would be like compared to what it's really like?
So we always hear about that it's coming at you like a water hose, and it definitely is. So I was warned about that. However, my first year just being truthful, it taught me that, undergrad, high school, you can get away studying a day or two before, but specifically for this curriculum, we are phase 1 and phase 2. So we do 2 years in the classroom, 2 years in the clinics. So it's kind of intense. We start in the summer and, we're still getting the same amount of education that other schools that do 3+1, but you have to do it in 2 years. So it took me having to buckle down, do time management. But vet school is really what I guess the answer to your question is fun. I didn't expect, I knew I was going to love it because I'm doing what I wanted to do, but I thought it was going to be something that's just unbearable, and it's been fun. I love it, especially my school. We're starting sophomore surgery this year. So it's like, yeah, I'm in the classroom, but I'm getting a cut in a couple of weeks. So it's just intertwining all the things I love, and it's been fun.
Excellent. You get to cut. Love it. So before you started vet college, what were you most anxious?
I kind of anxious about getting in. I didn't know if that was going. That's obvious for everyone.
That wouldn't be a problem for you.
Getting in and just being able to, I guess, the imposter syndrome, and I really should be here. But it has changed my mind. Like, I'm well known at the school. I've done a lot with the giving back, and I was just trying to figure out. I'm used to being in high school, being in all the leadership roles, doing that in undergrad. I was scared I wasn't going to be able to do that when I got here. But I've been able to find my way again with the time management and everything. So I'm still getting to do everything, the holistic approach of who Chris really is. I'm still being a veterinary student. I'm still being able to do outreach programs. I'm still being able to have a social life and everything. So it's all working out very well.
Oh, that's excellent. That makes me really happy. So if you were talking to a friend, how would you recommend that they prepare for veterinary college?
Okay, so basically, from my experience, definitely getting a diverse application. So in the beginning, whether it's research, doing a lot of work shadowing, working under other veterinarians. Also, when you go to college, make sure whatever college or veterinary college that you want to apply to, make sure you're doing the prerequisites and keeping good grades. And I said good grades. A lot of people think you have to keep a 4.0 for everything. That is not the case. Now, I do want you to be competitive, but make sure to do the best that you can in your classes. But it's not end all be all with the making straight A's. And just the math and sciences, make sure you're focused on that and doing everything that you can again to make yourself stand out.
That's wonderful advice. All right, you're getting ready to enter your second year. Tell us, what is your favorite class so far from first year and why?
That's a good question. So I saw small animal medicine and surgery. And so let me explain how Mississippi State does it. So a lot of schools have different blocks where they take cardiology, dermatology, things of that, and different specialties, but we combine it all into one class. So it is a 2-semester class, and it's a lot. But this is the class where I have the lab portion where I get to cut. I'm very interested in surgery. So because I'm getting to put my hands on, this is the class that I'm really interested in. And so it's like a bigger picture program. So we have partnerships with the local humane societies and shelters here. So we're getting to learn how to do surgery. And, the professors tell us all the time, we're not just learning how to do spades and neuters, even though we're learning that specific surgery, but we're learning the techniques where you can be able to do every soft tissue surgery. So we're not just going to try to do high volume, high mass spades, but we're going to actually learn how to do all the ligatures, all the things of that nature. So you can do any type of soft tissue surgery. And so this class is well built. I love all the different specialties, all the different professors that are rotating in. And again, I'm getting the cut. So again, that's my favorite interest.
I can tell. I love it. So what has been your best day ever at vet college so far?
My best day ever. I would say I'm an envoy for the institution. And so that is basically like a student ambassador. So every day at noon, like once a week, we have a group of us where students get tours. And so it was last year, I was scheduled for a tour after I had just took a big anatomy test. Well, I call big now, but back then it was big. So, and it was just one of those tests that I studied all night for. I was stressed, vet school, I'm not going to lie, it gets stressful. And so I did my tour. And just the family was so thankful and so how informative that I was. And I just remember that was like a reset for me, my why. So it's not even based off of, what I'm learning in veterinary school. That's always a good thing for me. But remembering that I am being able to give back. I am helping other people. I've also done veterinary camps this past summer where I was the director of it. And so I received like over 5 emails from students and parents saying that how much their child came home talking about Mr. Chris taught me this, Mr. Chris taught me that. So I'm, just seeing those emails and those letters that I get are just reminding me that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do in this field.
It's good. It fills your heart, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you talked about surgery. And I think that's what you're thinking of being right now, huh? Veterinary surgeon. Has that changed since you started vet school or since you were 8 years old? Did you always want to be a surgeon or did that evolve?
Yeah, it kind of evolved since I got here. And that's more specifically living in the South. There's not a lot of specialists here other than being at the veterinary school. Specifically in Mississippi, we're the only specialty center is the vet school in the state. So I came from a general practitioner that did a lot of orthopedics. And so in my mind, it's not that I didn't know about specialists, I knew about them, but I just was like, there's no point of me doing that extra 4 years. I've come from a practice where he's doing it all. Why am I going to do that? But when I got here and actually see working under a surgeon, I've been under 2 surgeons, I see how much they really do know. And I would come home just smiling and I'm like, okay, this really must be your calling. I thought general practitioner what it was. I still might do it. I'm not going to say I never know what's going to happen. I wanted to always own a practice, but it's like you never have been smiling this much since you've been shouting under the surgeon. So like, is this really what you want to do? So yeah, it kind of evolved when I got here, actually seeing all the surgeons that we have and, meeting all the people and going to conferences and things of that nature.
Do you like soft tissue or orthopedic or a mix?
Orthopedics where I really
I love it. Yeah. I love that indicator.
A couple of weeks ago, we the local owner of all the Jimmy Johns in the state of Mississippi, we got to do a surgery on his dog, and so TPLO and things of that nature. So that was kind of cool.
That's way cool. Awesome. So outside of that college, what do you do for fun? How do you relax? How do you take care of yourself?
I do a lot of working out. So that's really all I do for fun. Going to the football games here. Any sports that we have going on, I do that, but specifically working out. So in the mornings, before school, a lot of people are like, why are you already so energized? I'm like, yeah, I've already worked out this morning before class at 8. So
what kind of training do you like?
I do a lot of weightlifting, and then I do some running. I'm not a big long distance. If I get my mile a day, keep the fat away, I'm good. I'm not running longer than that.
Yeah, I don't like to do distance stuff either. I like to do the exercise where you're mostly in one place, lifting things up. Excellent. So tell us a little more about your superpowers and how you're using them to support others on their journey to veterinary medicine or whatever career they might decide to go on.
Okay, yeah. So I definitely feel like I'm dependable. I'm one of the people that if you need something, they reach out to me. Again, I'm seeing that already at this institution, getting asked to do a lot of things. It's to the point now where I had to learn to say no. That's a lot of people struggle with that. I'm having to learn that very quickly because it's getting kind of bombarding of a lot of things, and that's okay. I had to realize, I was saying yes, I'll figure it out. I'll do what I have to do. Also, just trustworthy, being hardworking. I don't know. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I feel like I've spread my wings with a lot of people, and still keeping the connection with you in Indiana, other connections I have across the country, like you're saying. So just my networking skills, public speaking, I'm blessed with being able to do those things, and it's taken me far. A big future ahead of me. That's what a lot of people tell me. When I go to conferences, It's just, I was able to bump in like a couple of vice presidents, of these new animal corporate companies and things. And I just look back and I talked to my mom about it. I was like, how is I'm able to do this? This little boy from Mississippi, I don't know. I get in their cell phone number. They call me when they need something. I'm like, this is crazy that I'm not even a veterinarian yet, and it's happening. So
it's wild.
Networking abilities.
That speaks very highly to you and everything that you have accomplished so far.
Yes, ma'am.
So what words of wisdom, words of inspiration do you have for everybody watching who wants to be a vet?
I tell anybody that want to be a vet, just go after it. Nothing can stop you, no matter what the statistics say, no matter anything that you might feel that have some personal things that might stop you. Don't worry about it. You're the only person that can control your destiny. And I have to remind people that all the time. It's a lot of times where I talked about in the beginning of the show about the imposter syndrome. That's a natural thing you're going to have. And, but don't remember, if you get the acceptance, you got that one seat, that means you're meant to be there. And it's time for you to do what you have to do to finish it. So just do the work. And even if you don't get the seat right off the bat, you're going to get in. So that's nothing to worry about. And you're going to have a great career. So that's my words of wisdom.
Absolutely great advice. And I don't think we ever get over imposter syndrome. I still experience it. We just have to learn how to manage it and know that this is what we're meant to be. That's why we're here. Well, it's just been incredibly wonderful talking with you, and I can't wait to keep connecting throughout your journey and see how the story goes.
Yes, ma'am.
So, thanks so much for being on the show, Iron Vet.
Yeah, thank you.
You can learn more about other League of Vetahumans superheroes at Vetahumanz.org. If you like this episode, and I know you loved it, please subscribe, rate, and share it with your friends. And remember, use your powers for good.